guys, so my name's Avery Keenan and I'm going to be teaching you guys about the Trumpeter Swan in today's episode of Birding 101. So you may be wondering why I'm so high up, but the cool thing is that the watchtower here at the Dickinson County Nature Center is the perfect spot to observe our two trumpeter swans on our pond here. So this is a male and female trumpeter swan, and you may be wondering how that's even possible. Well, both the male and the female look the same, and the only way to tell the difference is by seeing who sits on the eggs. So the female is the only one who sits on the eggs, and the other difference is that the male is slightly bigger, but without the female in comparison, it's really hard to tell the difference between the two genders. So these are trumpeter swan chicks. When they are born, they're covered in white to gray down, and they leave the nest in 24 hours, and they are able to swim and eat, but they still can't fly for another 90 days. So now we are going to be listening to a trumpeter swan call. Trumpeter swans actually have so many adaptations that help them survive out here in the wild. For one, you'll typically find them in lakes and ponds, and they like to feed on duckweed, pondweed, and algae. They're really large birds. They weigh 26 pounds, and they are the largest flying birds in North America. And something interesting about them is they will mate with the same swan for the rest of their life. So this is a trumpeter swan nest, and they like to nest on the ground, and you can typically find them up to 600 feet from the shore, and they tend to use the same nest year after year, and the male and female collect plant material in order to build the nest, which takes 14 to 35 days. The nest is very big too. It's 11 feet across and sometimes 3 feet high. So these are trumpeter swan eggs. As you can see, they are a creamy to dull white coloring, and they take 32 to 37 days to hatch, and there are 4 to 6 eggs in a clutch, but there can sometimes be more. And there is only one brood, and the female is the only one that sits on the eggs, but it's kind of weird because she actually doesn't sit on them. She uses her feet and just kind of stands on them. And when the chicks hatch, their eyes are partially open and they're covered in white to gray down, and the chicks will leave the nest in 24 hours. Thank you for watching today's episode of Birding 101. To see more birding videos, check out our Facebook page or our YouTube channel.